Well, the Beatniggers only had a 10-9 lead after the opening quarter, a very limited quarter scoring-wise for both teams, but Brush outscored Eaton 20-17 in the second quarter, and we'll be heading to the third with Brush leading 30-26. Randy Baker is in foul trouble with 3, but Vince Albo did a tremendous job off the bench, scoring 7 points. It'll be Austin Ryer, Britton Abbott, Reed Merritt, Austin Eckler, and Ryan McIntyre to begin the third for the Reds. The Beatniggers go with Mitch Tormolin, Gregory Mares, Randy Baker with those 3 fouls, Colby Needens, and Jeffrey Dunker. It'll be Eaton basketball to begin the third. The inbounds pass from Ryer to Eckler in the backcourt. Eckler picked up by Dunker on the outside left, going to hand it off to McIntyre, cross-court to Ryer. Ryer gets a pick at the top on the outside right. Abbott, wide open 3, and the game is tied. He drills a triple. Britton Abbott has 14 points in the game. Check it. It's a 1-point Beatnigger lead. 30-29 Brush. Dunker into the front court, spinning at the top. On the outside right, picking up the dribble, looking, spinning. Jump pass intended for Baker, and it's intercepted by Abbott. Bounce pass to Ryer, lays it up and in. The Beatniggers turned it over for an 8th time. And Ryer scores. He's got 5. Beatniggers being pressured. Baker into the front court. It's a 3-on-3. Baker into the lane. Turns. Gets it over to Dunker. Dunker lost it. Got it back. Then had his shot blocked. And the ball is loose. It's picked up by McIntyre. Into the front court. All the way back up and in. McIntyre with a pass to Abbott. So the Beatniggers already out of control to begin this quarter. It's already a 7-0 run. And we've only played a minute of the third quarter. Eaton 33. Brush 30. Dunker spinning at midcourt, nearly stripped, maintains a dribble, jump pass outside right to Colby Needens. In the left corner, Gregory Mares, wide open 3. Bingo, and the game is tied. Gregory Mares. It's a big triple for Brush. Brush 33, Eaton 33. The Beatniggers have to control the pace. The Reds did what they wanted to start this third quarter on a 7-0 run. Eckler with the basketball. They'll spread out almost in a 4 corners formation. Back out to Merritt. Merritt to Eckler. On the outside right to Ryer. Over to Eckler. Bounce pass inside McIntyre. Turns, shoots off to the left as he misses. And Jeffrey Dunker has the rebound for the Beatniggers. Long baseball pass to Mares, but he's picked up by Ryer. Inside pass for Needens. He's fouled from behind by Merritt. Needens would have had a layup. Merritt got him from behind before he even caught the basketball. For Merritt, that's his 3rd foul. Maris to throw it in for Brush. The lob in the right corner for Tormolin. Tormolin hands it off to Maris against Eckler. Deadlocked at 33. 6:12 to go, third quarter. Near the top for Colby Needens. Fakes the 3. Outside left for Baker in the lane. Gets a defender in the air. Backs it out to Tormolin. High right to Maris. Maris looking down low. Gets a pick from Baker. Spins. Back out to Baker. Dribbling to his right against Eckler. Right in the lane. Back out toward Mullen. Fakes the 3. Over to Maris on the outside right. Bounce pass in the right corner for Baker. Baker spinning right baseline against Ryer. Reverse layup is blocked. Taken by Dunker. Kicks it back out. Needens. 3 in the air. Is no good. Maris tries to save it in and cannot. Throws it into the hands of Britton Abbott. Abbott, long pass to Merritt. Lays it up and in. Reed Merritt has the layup. Eaton 35. Brush 33. 5:45 to go, third quarter. Dunker in the backcourt, trap, throws it front court to Needens. Needens, middle of the lane, left baseline, Baker, rainbow shot is around and no good, and the ball is tipped around into the hands of Reed Merritt of Eaton. Merritt into the front court, outside left for Abbott. Lob for Ryer, who cuts it on the alley-oop. Ryer slams it down. The Beatniggers are going to need a timeout. A 4-point halftime lead is now a third quarter deficit of 4. Dunker with the basketball, nearly stripped, and then had the pass batted away out of bounds by Eckler. And now the Reds are playing their level of basketball now, as they have scored 11 points in the opening 2 minutes and 44 seconds of the third. Eaton 37, Brush 33, and Colby Needens to throw it in. Needens over to Dunker near midcourt. Beatniggers need a bucket. They cannot let this game get away from them now. Dunker on the outside right, dribbling right into the lane, jump pass, right corner. Maris' shot is up, and that's an air ball. Rebound for Mullen. Back out to Baker. Baker in the lane, scoops it up, and he's fouled as he misses. Let's see who got him. I think it was Austin Ryer, and it was. Ryer got him with the body, second foul. Baker to the stripe. Baker has yet to score tonight, but these are big free throws with 5:02 to go in the third. Eaton has their biggest lead of 4, 37-33. And the free throw is up, and that barely made it to the rim. Second free throw coming up for the Beatniker sophomore, Randy Baker. Let's see if he can make this a three-point game. Bends, shoots, yes, for Randy Baker. Eaton 37, Brush 34. Under 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Eckler with the basketball, picked up by Needham at the free throw line to Abbott. Abbott nearly tied up by Tormolen. Abbott with the basketball, leans 14-footer, well short. Rebound to Eckler. Bonnie's still flying. Eckler with the basketball is going to dribble right baseline, pulls up from 12, and that is no good. But the ball up and in by Austin Ryer. In midair, he just caught the rebound and banked and scored. 39-34 Reds. Here's Mares on the outside right corner. Baker fakes the three, penetrates right baseline, all the way gets a defender in the air, and he's fouled as he misses. Baker with another strong move to the rack. He'll go to the line. This time the foul was committed by Austin Eckler. That'll be his first, but the Beatnikers off to a slow start here in the third quarter. They've been outscored 13-4. Free throw is up, and again, barely made it to the rim. Vince Albo is now into the game for Jeffrey Dunker, and Albo was a major spark plug in that second quarter. 417 Main Street in Fort Morgan, Platte Valley Hearing Center, getting your hearing to its very best. Platte Valley Hearing Center, second free throw is short. The rebound to Austin Ryer, to Eckler, long pass to Britton Abbott, and the jump pass down low is poked out of bounds. It stays with the Reds. And your one-stop center for projects around your home office or yard is Ackley Building Center, 1402 Mill Street in Brush. Abbott to throw it in. Check it. Abbott has it off the inbounds pass. In the lane, bounce pass to Eckler. He banks and scores. Beatnikers fell asleep. Eckler was wide open. 41-34 Eaton. 4:09 to go, third quarter. Maris into the front court, picked up by Eckler, and then he's fouled by Eckler. Eckler forgot the football season ended a few months ago because he is bodying up on Beatnikers, and that's going to be his second foul, but he's been very physical during his time in there. Beyond midcourt, Maris to throw it in. Near the timeline to Bryce Needham, just into the game. Back out to Maris. 41-34 Reds. On the outside left to Bryce Needham. At the top for Tormolen. High right for Maris. Maris with the basketball. A whistle and a foul away from the ball. And it's going to be on Eaton. No, it's going to be on Bryce Needham, who set a legal screen. Eaton's with his first foul. The Beatnikers have committed their 9th turnover. The Reds with a 3 can take a double-digit lead. Brock Eaton's into the game, nearly travels just beyond the timeline, still looking on the outside left of McIntyre. Back out to Eaton's, now to Eckler. Eckler calling out the play for Eaton. On the outside right, Ryer with the basketball. Ryer down low for Needham, tries to back it out, intercepted by Maris, but then the ball is not going to bounce, and it is off the Beatnikers. Beatnikers have control. Now the officials are going to convene to see if that indeed was off of Brush. Nope, they're going to get the ball to the Beatnikers. It was off of Eaton. So it will be a turnover for the Reds. They're 8. Cargill Meat Solutions takes as much pride in the community just as they do with the products they provide to their consumers. Cargill Meat Solutions, part of the KSRR B106 scholarship program. Bryce Needham with the basketball. Bounce pass on the outside left for Tormolen. Tormolen cross court to Mares. 3:19 to go, third quarter. Brush trails Eaton 41-33. Check that, 41-34. Albo on the outside left to Colby Needham's 3 in the air. That's a big one for Colby Needham. He drills the triple. His third of the game. Needham's now with 11. Eaton 41, Brush 37. 3:03 to go, third quarter. Brock Needham's into the front court on the outside left. Left baseline, Austin Ryer shot is up and short, but he grabs his own rebound. Ryer back out to Abbott. Ryer now with 4 rebounds, now to Austin Eckler. And he will back it out for the Reds as we're down to 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go, third quarter. Eaton 41, Brush 37. They're just spreading the floor right now, waiting for the Beatnikers to play some defense. Eckler with the basketball. And Maris is backing off. At the top for Abbott. Abbott picked up by Needham. Outside left for Brock Needham. Steps in. Jump pass down low into Ryer. Banks and scores. That was a beautiful 3-man game that also involved Ryan McIntyre. Ryer has 8 in the quarter, 11 in the game. Eaton 43, Brush 37. 2:19 to go, third quarter. Maris at the top for Bryce Needham. Needham spotted up by Ryer between his legs. At the free throw line. Back out to Albo. Albo on the outside left. Over to Tormolen. At the top for Needens. Back out to Tormola. Now to Needens. Right wing three is up. And good! Colby Needens hits another three. Keeping the Beat Diggers in the game. And Eckler traveled in the backcourt. Harris applied the pressure. 9th turnover for the Reds. The Beat Diggers are to within 3 with an even 2 minutes to go. Third quarter. Eaton 43. Brush 40. The Brush girls trail Eaton at halftime in Brush 26-25. Maris to throw it in. Maris looking down low for Bryce Needens, and he misses as he's fouled by Jake Nelson. Nice move to the basket, and Jake Nelson, who was just checking into the game, commits his first foul. The sophomore Bryce Needens to the line. And the free throw is up and in. The Beat Diggers were down by as many as 7 in the quarter after Eaton exploded out of the gate. Now the Beat Diggers are down by only 2. And the Beat Diggers are still down 2. Free throw is short. Rebound to Britton Abbott. Abbott with a 6th rebound. Here's Eckler into the front court for the Reds with 1:50 to go. And the Beat Diggers trailing by 2, and they're just going to spread it out. Let's see how long they hold this basketball. Eckler over to Abbott. Abbott at the free throw line. Jump pass to Brock Needens. Fakes the 3. Guarded by Albo. Looking. He's going to hand it off to Eckler. Eckler retreats towards the timeline. With 1:29 to go. Third quarter. And the Reds lead by 2 points. They're in no hurry to take a shot. Northeastern Colorado's hometown savings and loan with locations in Brush and Fort Morgan. Equitable savings and loan. And Abbott nearly stripped, but it's taken away by Eckler. Beat Diggers now tidying up on the defense. Left corner, Abbott penetrates left baseline. Lost the basketball, and it's taken away by Albo. Might have been stripped from behind by Needens. Here's Needens into the front court. Bounce pass to Colby. Needens all the way. Scoops it up, and he's fouled as he misses. And Colby Needens to the line. Nice job of Bryce Needens bringing that ball up the court. And a foul was committed by Jake Nelson. That'll be his second. The Beat Diggers have really controlled the basketball tonight with only 9 turnovers. The Reds only have 10. Colby Needens can tie it with 2 made free throws, and the first one is good. Needens has 7 in the quarter, 15 in the game. Tormola, Maris, and Albo are out. Kyle Rosenbrock into the game for the first time, as is Austin Garcia. Jeffrey Dunker back in. Second free throw is up, and that's perfect for Colby Needens. And Reed Merritt and Stephen Babb are back in for the Reds. A critical 62 seconds here at the end of the third. This is 10-10 KSIR, Brush, Fort Morgan, and Greeley, just after the top of the hour. I'm John Beltran, Brush 43, Eaton 43. This is a Patriot League classic from Eaton High School. Merritt with the basketball on the outside left to Babb. 50 seconds to go in the left corner for Brock Needens. Double team dribbling to his right. Back out to Nelson. Bounce pass on the outside right. The Skyler Dixon making his first appearance. Now to Babb. Babb against Colby Needens. Back out to Merritt. Looking up at the clock with 38 seconds to go. Nelson on the outside left to Dixon. Picked up by Garcia. Near the top to Babb. On the outside right. Rotating now to Merritt. Merritt with 28 seconds to go to Needens. On the outside left to Dixon. Picked up by Garcia. Near the top to Nelson, dribbling to his left. Bounce back to Babb. Long 3. It's going to be around and no good. And the ball is loose, picked up by Needens, and he's fouled as he went back up. Yeah, Brock Needens of Eaton, unfortunately, was the one who picked it up. That was the wrong Needens. If you're a Beat Digger, he will go to the line. The foul was committed by Kyle Rosenbrock. That's a big rebound for Brock Needens, his third. And let's see if he can give Eaton the lead once again with 18.4 seconds to go. The Beat Diggers will have, he would assume, a shot before the end of the quarter. The free throw is perfect. The Reds 44, the Beat Diggers 43. Second free throw upcoming for Brock Needens. That one is up, and that one is around and good. Dunker to throw it into the backcourt to Colby Needens. Back to Dunker. Eaton will back off. The clock is not started. It's a very late start to that clock. Here's Dunker on the outside left. Down low for Rosenbrock. He banks and scores to the right of the basket. Nice look by Jeffrey Dunker. 7 seconds to go. Here's Needens into the front court. Outside left for Jake Nelson with 3, with 2. Here is Reed Merritt faking the 3. Stepping in. Long 3 is no good, and that's the end of the third quarter. They shouldn't have had that shot anyway. Terrible job by the clock operator, starting that clock about 3 seconds tardy. With the score, Brush 45, Eaton 45 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. It'll be Storm Mullen, Randy Baker, Colby Needens, Jeffrey Dunker, and Gregory Maris for Brush. Brock Needens, Jake Nelson, along with Reed Merritt, Skyler Dixon, and Stephen Babb for Eaton. Brush 45, Eaton 45 as we head to the fourth. Maris in the backcourt throws it into Dunker. These final 8 minutes will determine if the Beatniks can break this two-game losing streak. Ball is knocked out of bounds off the dribble by Stephen Babb as Dunker nearly lost control of the basketball and got a break. Dunker to throw it in. Dunker not too happy with himself there. Nearly cost the Beatniks. Throws it into the backcourt to Maris. Maris picked up by Nelson. Dribbling near the top. Dribbles by Nelson on the outside right to Baker. Baker with a basketball. Looking to his right. Gets a pick at the free throw line on the outside left to Storm Mullen. At the top for Maris. Wide open three in the air. It's good for Gregory Maris, and the Beatniks have reclaimed the lead. They fell behind by 7 in the third. Now lead 48-45. 7:25 to go from Eaton. Merritt to the outside right against Edens. On the outside left back out to Nelson. Nelson at the top. At the free throw line for Merritt against Mullen. Jump pass, left corner back. Fakes the three, dribbles to his right. And the bounce pass to Nelson. Nelson has to retreat towards the timeline. Nelson against Maris on the outside left to Babb in the left corner for Merritt. Dribbling to his right, spinning on Baker between his legs. Jump pass, cross court to Nelson. Fakes that right wing three. And then the pass that is, at the free throw line is tipped away and intercepted by Maris. Left corner for Needens. Needens left of the lane. Back out to Dunker. Dunker on the left baseline. Down low for Baker. Baker in the lane. Fades. Shoots off to the left, and the ball is knocked out of bounds. It's off of Mullen. Beatniks turned it over for a 10th time. Or check that. Eaton turned it over for the 11th time, I should say. And they make a substitution. Austin Ryer back into the game, and he was a thorn in the Beatniks' side with 8 points in that third quarter. Brush 48, Eaton 45. 6:39 to go in the game. With the basketball is Babb on the outside left. Babb back out to Brock Needens. Needens back out to Babb. Eaton showing a lot of patience on offense. The Beatniks have come back in this game. They were up by 7 twice, and then down by 7. Babb, left corner three, is off the back of the rim, and the ball is loose, and I think Ryer was fouled by Mullen as they went for the rebound. Ryer had position, and the Beatniks have committed only their third team foul, and for Mullen, it's just his first. So that's not a bad foul by Mullen. It'll be Brock Needens to throw it in. Needens looking down low, still looking. Basically hands it off to Barrett. I mean, he did have some air in between the inbounds pass and the shot. And then Stephen Babb is blocked in the lane by Mullen, taken away by Gregory Maris on that turnaround. Maris into the front court. The Beatniks are starting this fourth quarter with some outstanding defense. They have forced a turnover and a block shot here. Colby Needens on the outside left against Merritt. Down low for Baker. Baker in the lane. Fades. Shoots. Around and off to the left. And the ball is volleyballed into the hands of the Eaton Reds and a foul in the backcourt. 14 foul by the Beatniks as Brock Needens was fouled. And let's see who commits the foul for the Beatniks. It was Jeffrey Dunker. That'll be his first. The Beatniks were looking to grab a 2-possession lead. Still leading by 3. With 5:52 to go in the game. Into the front court is Jake Nelson. On the outside right to Merritt. Back on the high right over to Brock Needens. Guarded by Dunker. Back out to Abbott. Abbott's had a nice game. Left corner for Reed. Merritt steps to his right. Picked up by Maris. Maintains the dribble. Merritt with the basketball against Needens. Outside right to Nelson. Lobs it cross court to Brock Needens. Left baseline for Merritt. Little 10-footer is off the back of the rim, and Gregory Maris has the rebound for Brush. Maris corrals it. Front court pass to Needens. Needens left baseline all the way, and he's fouled. Oh, he called for a travel. It looked like there was contact, but Needens called for the travel. The Beatniks turn it over for only the 10th time in the game. Welcome home to your hometown grocery store featuring Morgan County's largest variety, the Brush Grocery Cart. Here's Nelson with the basketball in the front court with the Beatniks leading 48-45 with 5:12 to go in the game. Over to Reed Merritt in the high left. Merritt lobs it left of the lane to Abbott. Abbott scoops it up around off to the right. Mitch Mullen has the rebound. It's 10 for Brush on the outlet to Needens. 5 minutes to go. Brush 48, Eaton 45. Dunker right of the lane. Down low for Baker. Up and under. He banks and scores to the left of the basket for Randy Baker. Timeout Brush. 4:53 to go in the game. Brush 50, Eaton 45 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Eaton High School. The Beatniggers lead the Eaton Reds 50-45 with 4:53 to go. It's Colby Needens, Gregory Merritt, Randy Baker, Mitch Tormolin, and Jeffrey Dunker for Brush. Jake Nelson, Austin Ryer, Austin Eckler, Reed Merritt, and Britton Abbott for the Reds. Eaton has not scored in the quarter. The Beatniggers do have their 5 points. A three-pointer by Maris and a bucket moments ago, I should say, by Randy Baker. Merritt on the outside left to Abbott. In the lane for Ryer. Three-pointer. Merritt is up and off the back of the rim. Ryer tips, misses. Ryer goes back up and he misses again. And Randy Baker has the rebound for Brush. Ryer's hit the boards hard here in this second half. Tormolin in the lane. Backs it out to Baker. Baker traveled. Oh, boy, that was an obvious one. Baker didn't think so, but he definitely moved both feet. Well, the offenses have been limited in this fourth quarter. You can't let Eaton get hot because once they do, they've shown they can explode. We're at 4:29. That clock is not moving. The clock is not moving. Merritt with the basketball. Nobody's looking up at the clock. I mean, the clock is not moving at all. Free Ryer in the air is in and out. And Gregory Maris goes for the rebound, and it's loose on the floor, and it's still loose. And Ryer tries to save it in, and it's off of Ryer. I'm telling you, the clock, I mean, what an atrocious job. That's twice that this clock hasn't started. I mean, they got to look up at the clock. Maris to throw it in a baseball pass in the front court, taken by Baker. It's a 2-on-2, but Baker's going to slow it down and back it up. That is horrible. A good 10 to 15 seconds elapsed without the clock moving. Here's Dunker, right to the lane, dribbles by two, lost the ball, got it, banks and misses an easy shot, and the ball is loose. And Britton Abbott had the rebound, tipped away by Tormolin, taken by Nelson. Nelson into the front court, scoops it cross-court Merritt. He'll take the three. That's good for Reed Merritt. He throws the triple, the first point by Eaton in the quarter. 50-48 Brush, 3:48 to go in the game. Dunker right in the lane, all the way, scoops it up around and good. No, they're going to say the foul was on the floor. 17 foul. Basket does not count. Jake Nelson commits the foul. That's his third. It'll be a 1-and-1 situation. That is inexcusable. A game this big, and they're not twice they've had clock issues. And it's not because of the clock itself. The Dunker free throw is up and in. Second free throw upcoming. This will be about a 32-minute and 25-second basketball game. Bryce Needens is in. Baker is out. The Beatniggers up by 3 at 51-48. This could be a two-possession lead for the Beatniggers if Dunker converts, and he does. Oh, it sat on the lip of the rim, and it went down. Dunker now with 7. Beatniggers have Albo back into the game, tidying up their defense. Albo, Maris, Colby Needens, Bryce Needens, and Mitch Tormolin for the Beatniggers. Here comes Austin Eckler. They've got to contain Austin Ryer down low. Eckler into the front court, picked up by Colby Needens. Swings it over to Jake Nelson at the top. Cross-court bounce pass, nearly tipped away by Albo, taken away by Merritt, left of the lane, left baseline for Eckler. Bounce pass down low for Abbott. Abbott is fouled by Tormolin as he went up for the shot. And Britton Abbott to the line. Tormolin thought he had mainly the ball, but it's going to be a second foul. Abbott has scored 16 points in the game. No matter what your loan needs, top by High Plains Bank, 502 Central Avenue in Wiggins. Also inquire by checking and savings accounts as well as CDs at High Plains Bank in Wiggins. The free throw is in by Britton Abbott. He's got 17 points in the game. The Beatnigger lead is 3 at 52-49. Second free throw upcoming. And that is in the air, and that one is around and in and out. Tormolin grabs his 11th rebound for Brush. The outlet to Albo, now to Maris. Maris into the front court. 17 fouls already by Eaton. At the top for Albo, left wing for Bryce Needens. Between his legs, left of the lane. At the top of the three-point circle, Albo. Now on the outside right to Maris. At the top for Bryce Needens. Needens with the basketball, looking down low. Dribbles to his right in the lane. Right corner, Maris. He'll take the shot, and that's in and out. And the rebound is controlled by Reed Merritt of Eaton. He wants to run on the outside right for Nelson. They can tie it with a 3. Back out to Merritt. 2:55 to go in the game. Brush 52, Eaton 49. Cross-court pass is taken by Abbott. Penetrates left baseline. 10-foot pull-up is an air ball, and Eckler puts it back up, and he's fouled. The Reds have done a nice job on the boards here in the second half. And the Beatnigger foul was committed by Vince Albo. That's going to be a second. Austin Eckler to the line. He can only make this a one-point game with 2:47 to go. The free throw by Eckler is in the air, and that's good. 52, Eaton 50. Committed to serving those in production. Ag, Premier Farm Credit is the gold standard in ag lending. Second free throw is in. Brush 52, Eaton 51. 30-second timeout called by Eaton head coach Dean Grable. Well, win or lose, the Beat Diggers have played a nice game tonight. They've limited the turnovers. They've shot the ball pretty well. And again, this is a team that is 12-3, 6-1 in league play in the Reds. The Beat Diggers are 3-3 in league play, 7-6 overall. And coming off a 12-point road loss a week and a half ago, they have not played in 10 days, but they showed up tonight. They led by 1 after 1, by 4 at the break, tied at 45 after 3. And now Brush leads 52-51 with 2 minutes and 47 seconds to go. That seems like an eternity, and it is. The Beat Diggers have committed 16 fouls. The Reds with 7. So it's a single bonus from here on out until we get to 10 team fouls. If that ever becomes an issue, the Beat Diggers hope that the Reds do commit 10 team fouls. That means the Beat Diggers will be shooting free throws and more than likely will have the lead. Maris to throw it in the backcourt to Albo. Albo with the basketball to Needens. Eaton is pressuring. Bryce Needens dribbles across the timeline. It's a 3-on-3. Bryce Needens all the way. He's going to have to back it out. Now he turns, shoots, and misses back rim. Mitch Tormolin at the rebound. Bounce pass inside is intercepted. Ill-advised pass. It's taken away by Britton Abbott. Abbott leans, shoots, banks, misses. The Ryer tip is no good, and Ryer tips it out of bounds. Beat Digger basketball. Ryer nearly gave Eaton the lead. It's 2:25 to go in the game. Here's Mares. Mares into the front court. It's a 3-on-3 on the outside right to Colby Needens. Needens backs it out to Mares. Mares to Albo. Left corner for Bryce Needens. Needens with the basketball with 2:12 to go. At the top for Albo. Albo left of the lane. Left corner Needens. He'll take the three. Oh, that's a big one for Bryce Needens. He drills the triple. He's got 9. The Beat Diggers lead 55-51. Under 2 minutes to go from Eaton. On the outside right, Nelson with the basketball, picked up by Colby Needens. Maintaining the dribble, cross-court passes, away, intercepted by Bryce Needens, but he lost his balance. It's out of bounds. If he could have kept his balance along the sideline, it would have been another turnover for the Reds. They've turned it over 12 times. The Beat Diggers only with 11. Eckler inbounds to Merritt. We've got a minute 46 to go in the game. Brush 55, Eaton 51. This will be a huge victory for the Beat Diggers. Outside left Merritt, wide open three. It's off to the left, and the ball is tipped into the hands of Nelson. Bounce pass inside is kicked by Merritt out of bounds. A big turnover by the Reds. Beat Digger basketball. Maris was going to throw it in, but we've got a 30-second timeout called by Brush. We've got a minute 35 to go in the game. This would be a huge victory considering the Beat Diggers are coming off a 12-point loss and have lost 2 consecutive games. This would get them back into the thick of the race, not in terms of the top spot in the Patriot League, but at least in the upper echelon. For all of your auto supply needs, stop by Central Auto Parts in Fort Morgan. And knowing what the Beat Diggers have ahead of them tomorrow night, in the Valley Vikings on the road, this would be a huge confidence booster. So Brush leads 55-51 with 95 seconds to go in Eaton. They've held the Reds to 6 points in the quarter, so the defense certainly has been instrumental. And other than Austin Ryer, the inside threats have been limited for Eaton. Britton Abbott has been very good as well. Maris, Albo, Bryce Needens, Colby Needens, and Mitch Tormolin for Brush. They will pressure. Maris to throw it in. Looking for an open man. Finds Tormolin at the top of the backcourt. Tormolin bounce pass to Maris. Maris cross court to Needens in the front court. Bryce Needens with the basketball. It looked like he was fouled. No whistle. Stolen by Eckler. Eckler all the way scoops it up and in. Well, they're not calling anything in this game. Lots of contact. Maris with the basketball. He was fouled in the backcourt by Merritt. Even Merritt is saying he didn't touch him. Come on. Boy, he was complaining towards the official. But it was clear that was a foul with a minute 18 to go, and the Beat Diggers up 55-53. Well, they're going to say the foul was on Eckler instead, so maybe that's why Merritt complained, but they were both right there. 1-and-1 situation, the 18th foul. Maris tonight has 8 points. He's got 2 3-pointers, in the second half. A big free throw here to earn the second. He bends, he shoots, and he connects. Maris was 7 in the half, 9 in the game. He can give Rush a 2-possession lead. It's 56-53. Albo is out. Randy Baker comes into the game. With 1:18 to go, Ryan McIntyre will replace Jake Nelson for Eaton. It's Ryer, Abbott, Merritt, McIntyre, and Eckler for the Reds. Second free throw coming up for Gregory Mayers. Big free throw here. The senior shoots and misses short. Rebound to McIntyre, his fourth. The Reds can tie it with a 3. Eckler into the front court with 1:13 to go on the outside right to Abbott. Abbott picked up by Colby Needham, gets a pick, maintains a dribble at the free throw line. Bounce pass to Baker, intercepted by Tormolin. That's turnover number 14 for the Reds. Bryce Needham's in the backcourt, 59 seconds to go. Needham's bounce pass front court to Baker with 55. The Reds are going to have to foul, and Baker is fouled. And Baker's really struggled tonight from the free throw line. He is only 1 out of 4. The foul was committed by Britton Abbott. That'll be a second. Baker certainly has the trajectory on the free throws, but he's been well short on 2 of his 4. He knows he's just got to get it there because he's got a very soft touch. And the free throw is up, and that is perfect. The sophomore came through when the Beatniggers needed him. He's got 4 in the game since the 2 early fouls. Baker's played a very gritty game. And Eaton head coach Dean Grable wants a timeout. With 54.1 seconds to go, it's a 30-second timeout. The Beatniggers lead the Reds 57-53. And again, that's just a theme here in the Patriot League, that anybody can beat anybody. Because what the Beatniggers had to endure after losing by 1 to Flood Valley and by 12 to Meade on the road were back-to-back games against Eaton and Valley. I mean, that would be a tough test for any team. On the road. But Rush is 54.1 seconds away from pulling it off. A second free throw is upcoming for Randy Baker. Lots of defense here for the Beatniggers in this fourth quarter. So Baker steps to the stripe. He can give Rush a 5-point lead. Baker bends, shoots, scores, nothing but net for Randy Baker. 58-53, Brush. Austin Ryer to throw it in, and Baker is out. Jeffrey Dunker back into the game. The ball will be rolled in the backcourt. Austin Eckler will pick it up. Eckler into the front corner, the outside right with the basketball against Dunker. Eckler looking, spinning, near the top for Ryer. Ryer with the basketball against Mayers, hands it off to Merritt. Merritt, jump pass in the lane to Eckler, turns, shoots, misses in and out from 10 feet away. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Tormolin. Eaton retains possession, 38.9 seconds to go. Rush 58, Eaton 53. Like a good neighbor, State Farm agent Greg Mullen is there. Let Greg Mullen work with you to get the discounts you desire and the coverage you need. State Farm agent Greg Mullen. Abbott to throw it in. On the outside right, Ryer, wide open 3 is up and good. For Austin Ryer, timeout, Eaton. Ryer has done it from the inside. Now he does it from the outside. 11 points and a half, 14 in the game. 38.9 seconds to go. How much actually went off the clock there? Down to the clock operator here. On 2 occasions, maybe a third, has been iffy. Not at best, at worst. Well, no, actually at best, now that I think about it. 58-56 Brush. The Beatniggers will have the basketball. And what strategy will the Beatniggers implement? Will they simply throw it in the backcourt? They've thrown a baseball pass once in this game that worked out beautifully to get the ball across the line because these Eaton athletes are very solid. It was not going to be easy for the Beatniggers to pull this off. And still lots of time remaining on the game clock. So the Beatniggers come back out into the court. Once again, Dunker, Tyson Colby, Neenan, Mitch Tormolin, and Gregory Mayers. Reed Merritt, Austin Ryer, Britton Abbott, Jake Nelson back in, along with Austin Eckler. Beatniggers are being manned up as Maris will throw it in. Maris looking. The baseball pass could be open. No, in the backcourt to Kobe Needham's. Back out to Maris. Maris in the backcourt with 34 seconds to go. Behind his back, fouled by Eckler. That should almost be intentional. He was wrapped up. 33.3 seconds to go. And to the line is Gregory Maris. That's the 10th team foul. Eckler with his 4th personal. So 2 free throws for the senior. Maris has had a nice second half with 7 of his 9 points. He could give the Beatniggers a 2-possession lead, but he needs to make both. He spins, he shoots, and he scores. Nothing but net for Gregory Maris. Brush 59, Eaton 56. Randy Baker is going to check back in for Bryce Needham. Austin Eckler is out, and Stephen Babb, a good 3-point shooter, is back in. Plus, Eckler's got 4 fouls. Second free throw for Maris. This is big for a 2-possession lead. That one is up, and that one is good for Maris. Ken Garcia is going to call another timeout. And we will keep it right here. It's a full timeout, but we will not go anywhere. Brush 60, Eaton 56. This has been a slow-moving fourth quarter, but lots of strategy on both sides. This undoubtedly is a bigger game for Brush than it is for Eaton. I only say that because Eaton is 6-1 in league play, and they played Valley already. And they lost to Valley 56-50. The Beatniggers are 3-3 in the Patriot League, but play Valley tomorrow night on the road. And their final 3 regular season games are against University on Thursday, Estes Park on Saturday, and Tuesday against Strasburg. 60-56 in favor of the Beatniggers. And I'm sure the Beatniggers want to force the Reds into a long possession. The Reds normally don't shoot quickly unless they're out on the run in their full-court game. That's not going to happen here. It looks like Maris is going to pressure in the backcourt. At least that's what the Beatniggers are setting up, because what happened last time is that the ball was rolled in towards midcourt, and no time elapses until the ball is touched. So Maris this time is going to be in the backcourt to ensure that time comes off the clock, even though that's been an issue tonight on at least 2 occasions. Nelson to throw it in to Merritt, and time is actually being ticked off the clock. Here's Nelson across midcourt, 28 seconds to go on the high right. Nelson bounce pass Merritt, right corner 3. It's off the back of the rim. Tormolen grabs the rebound. Tormolen in the backcourt looking for an outlet. Throws it front court to Baker, who was wide open, but Tormolen was fouled in the backcourt. Tormolen clapped his hands almost in disgust, and I only say that because had the foul not been called, Baker was by himself. It would have been an easy layup. But instead, the foul was committed by Stephen Babb. Tormolen with 13 rebounds tonight. Babb with a second foul. 2 free throws for Mitch Tormolen. The first one is up and short. Tormolen has scored 3 points tonight. It's still a 2-possession game. Second free throw upcoming for the Beatnigger junior. Tormolen then shoots, and that one is good. Rush 61, Eaton 56. Into the front court is Nelson with the basketball. 15 seconds to go. Nelson gets a pick on the outside left to Babb with 12. Left of the lane to Ryer on the baseline. Then we got a foul, and that's going to be a foul on Tormolen. That'll be a 1-and-1 situation because it's the 17th foul against Brush. I don't think Tormolen meant to do that. Just happened that way with 10.3 seconds to go. Austin Ryer to the line, but he's got to make both. Got to make the first to earn the second, make this a 1-possession game. The free throw is in. Ryer has been a load. The 6'3 senior has 12 points in the half, 15 in the game, 61-57 Brush. Second free throw is up, and then it's in and out. Tormolen goes for the rebound. The ball is loose. It's picked up by Nelson. Nelson in the right corner to Britton Abbott. Bounce pass inside. Intercepted by Needham. He saves it at the bunker. Back to Tormolen, and the game is over. The Beatniggers forced a turnover, and the game is over. Brush has won in Eaton over the Reds, 61-57. Let's take a 2-minute break. We'll wrap it up after this on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com. John Beltran back at Eaton High School. Welcome to the Beat Digger post-game show brought to you by Buildings by Design. The most important thing to buying a new building or starting a new design-build project is picking the right company to build it. For a free bid, call Pat Walter or Travis Lefevre, 970-842-5837. Visit them on the web at buildingsbydesign.com. The Beat Diggers got the job done tonight, winning in Eaton over the Reds 61-57 as Brush led 10-9 after one. 30-26 at the break. Eaton outscored Brush 19-15 in the third as the game was deadlocked at 45, but the Beat Diggers outscored the Reds 16-12 in the fourth to win by 4 and snap a two-game losing streak. The Beat Diggers had two players in the double-digit scoring column. Colby Needens with 16 points, 11 for Gregory Mayers. Next up was Bryce Needens with 9, 7 apiece from Jeffrey Dunker and Vince Albo, who had all of his 7 points in the second quarter. 5 points from Randy Baker, Mitch Tormolin with 4, and 2 for Kyle Rosenbrock. The Reds tonight were led by Britton Abbott with 17 points. Austin Ryer, who was very good in the second half, had 12 of his 15 points in that half. 8 points for Reed Merritt, 4 for Brock Needens. 6 points in the game from Austin Eckler, 3 apiece from Stephen Babb and Jake Nelson, and 1 free throw for Ryan McIntyre. Rebounding situation, the Reds had 30, the Beat Diggers with 24. The Reds were led by Ryer and Britton Abbott with 7 rebounds apiece. Mitch Tormolin had 13 to lead Brush. Turnover situation, the Beat Diggers only had 12 and the Reds with 15 at the free throw line. Eaton was 10 out of 16, 62%. Beat Diggers 17 out of 24, 71%. And with the victory, the Beat Diggers improved to 4-3 in Patriot League play, 8-6 overall. The Reds dropped to 6-2 in league play, 12-4 on the season. Beat Diggers are back in action tomorrow night. They will be in Gilchrist to take on the Valley Vikings. We'll have the game for you starting at 7 o'clock on 1010, as well as KSIR.com. Beat Digger girls are about to go down to defeat. They have just lost at home by a score of 60-51 to the Reds. Sound engineer and producer of Brush Beat Digger basketball has been Rose Condis. I'm John Beltran. The final score once again, Brush 61, Eaton 57 on 1010 KSIR and KSIR.com.